Alright guys, my name is Faints, and today I'm going to be bringing you another Pokemon Showdown kind of episode. I'm sorry for the extremely late upload. I needed to get all my stuff done before I did this. Yeah, again, sorry for the really late upload. That's all I got to say about that. But here we go. I have been messing with this. I know it's been a really long time, but that I made one of these episodes, but I really want to get into this because I do enjoy it a lot. So here we go. My team is kind of based off of my Mystery Pets team. I have Hydreigon as my starter, which is kind of like the Garchomp. He is a Dragon type, and then we got Electivire for the like the Zapdos kind of Thunder Absorb or whatever it's called, and then Lightning Rod, but this one is called Motor Drive. Then we have Milotic as the Kyogre. Then we got Aerodactyl as just like the flying immunity, and then we got Scizor as kind of like an attacker, but also a physical tank because it is a Steel type, which is going to be like the what's it called? The Steelix, and then Chandelure is just kind of in there because I needed to have something to swap into because of that 4 times weakness to fire that Scizor has. Chandelure has a what is it? It has like an ability where it just absorbs the fire. So that is what I am running with today. So here we go. Let's play this thing. We're at normal speed. He goes with that Empoleon, and I hit him straight with the Earth Power. I don't know if he was planning on doing that, but he ended up going with the Agility and then the Substitute, which outsped me, and he ended up having a Berry with that to raise his special attack. So this was a really good set. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take me out, but that was going to get really dangerous if that thing didn't take out, or if that thing took out my Hydreigon. So here we go. He's going for the Scizor, the Bullet Punch. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the Chandelure, scare it off, and then hit him with something else like the Shadow Ball. So I hit him with the here. I'm gonna press pause really quick. So I hit him with that Shadow Ball, and it lowered his special defense, and I'm like, and then he had the White Herb to get that back. So I'm like, oh my gosh! I immediately thought Shell Smash. This thing is aiming to be a sweeper, so I knew that I had to take this thing out. So I swapped out to the Milotic because I didn't want to be taking any water hits, and it ended up lowering my defense with the Razor Shell, which, because of my ability, which is competitive, it rose my special attack as if it were like a Swords Dance or a Nasty Plot. I mean, so that was really good. I was thinking like maybe I'll be able to resist this thing because Bullet Punch is resisted by it, but I was not able to live it. So here I just took it out with that Chandelure Flamethrower, and I was good to go. So here I'm up 4-3. I'm like, maybe I can live this. Maybe I can take this thing out, and I ended up living at 2%. I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of insane. I was thinking it might have gone for a Protect first, but it ended up just going for that Earthquake to go for the kill. So I also lowered its special defense, which was kind of interesting. Here, I probably this probably wasn't like the best move to go, but I swapped into the Electivire there, thinking that there was a chance that I could outspeed it, because I had the Ice Punch, which was 4 times effective to the Gliscor, but it ended up outspeeding me, and that Toxic Heal ability was just racking up health for it. So I go for the Aerodactyl. I set up that Stealth Rock. He ended up having Stone Edge, and that hit me for a lot of damage. So I was like, alright, please don't predict a Roost and go Earthquake. And he didn't. He ended up hitting me with that Stone Edge, and I gotta resist it. So it was pretty good play on my part. So here I'm like, alright, now I need to take this thing out with my Stone Edges. His Stone Edge missed, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I might have a really good chance of taking this thing out now. So mine didn't miss. I take out the Gliscor, and it's back to 2-2. So here we go, Chestnut. I knew this thing was kind of bulky in defense, and then it started going for a bulk ups, and I was like, oh god, this is not gonna be good. So I go for those Dragon Claws because I didn't have to worry about accuracy with that, but my damage was decreasing each time because of those bulk ups, and I needed some stab Stone Edges to hit that thing, especially with its high crit ratio. I actually did a bunch of damage with the crits, which I was pretty happy with, and then I missed, and I was like, no. So it goes for the Wood Hammer, almost takes me out, and I was thinking, it almost takes itself out, and I was thinking, well, Wood Hammer does a lot of recoil, so he might just Wood Hammer my Scizor, and then I'd get a free what's it called up to deal with this Beedrill. But I just go for the Bullet Punch, take that thing out, and here he's going for that Mega Beedrill, and I get to take it out with that Bullet Punch. You will see in this team, Scizor is insane. For the next video that I make about this, I have 2 more replays that I gotta show for the next video. But Scizor literally is probably the most clutch Pokemon that I have on this team. Like I think in both replays, like Scizor is the last one standing. It's kind of crazy. So here we go. We are going Dark Pulse straight off the bat to this Venomoth. I was not really too sure of how its stats were. I'm not really aware of Venomoth's stats, but it hits me with that Sleep Powder Quiver Dance combo, and I'm like, shoot. Bug Buzz is super effective on Dark type, so I was like, geez, this is not good. He's going for the kill there, and I was like, alright, I can either go Swords Dance or Bullet Punch with my Scizor, and I was like, you know what, I can't take a risk of getting Sleep Powder, so I went straight for that Bullet Punch, and I was able to take it out. So here he sends the Marowak. I'm like, there's no reason for him to send in a Marowak unless he had the Fire Punch or some form of fire move, and so I just absorb it with that Chandelure ability, and unfortunately I was really close to taking him out with that Energy Ball, but I wasn't able to. So he took me out with that Earthquake, and I just hit him with that Bullet Punch from the Scizor to take him out. So I swap out to my Milotic here, expecting some form of fighting type move, assuming it was Sacred Sword because that's the signature move. And I kind of resisted it, but it didn't do too much damage. So I go for the Dragon Pulse, thinking that it would swap into Lapras because of its Water Absorb, but it kind of bit me in the butt because it didn't swap out and it resisted the Dragon Pulse. So here I'm thinking like maybe it's Choice Bandit or something. I wasn't really too sure, but I sent him with the Earthquake. He ended up living on 7%, and he also had the Weakness Policy. So he did not have the Choice Band, but the Weakness Policy was definitely something scary. But luckily I had my Scizor to take that out with the Bullet Punch. So that kind of cut things down to 3-2. It kind of shortened the lead a little bit, but here I'm thinking like, as long as he doesn't have Fire Fang, I'll be able to get some Swords Dances up. And he flinched me twice in a row, and I was like, you know what, I just need to go straight for a Bullet Punch, hope to take this thing out. I didn't, but his Rock Slide missed. I was like, oh my god, thank god. That was like the only chance I had of taking this thing out. So here I'm like, you know what, Snorlaxes usually carry berries, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hit him with that Bug Bite and hopefully eat like his Citrus Berry or whatever he had. He ended up having the Fiji Berry or Figgy Berry. I don't really know how to call it or how to describe it, but that really came in clutch. So I was able to put a Swords Dance up, and I was like, sweet. I just went for the Bullet Punch there. I didn't know if it would outspeed me or not, but I ended up living on 3% health, and I was like, man, this was just such a good game. I didn't even use my Mega, and that Scizor just took care of business. So that was game. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys do want to see more of this stuff, drop a like or comment or something. I really do want to get into this. So yeah, so that is going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to slap that like button. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. But other than that, my name is Faints. On behalf of Master Guild, Server 39, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.